Let's read source 2 for the Colonial Women investigation. It's titled Iroquois Women in Government by Pierre de Charlevoix. But first, let's look at the central question here because that's our purpose for reading this source. Was there a common experience for women in colonial North America? So now let's read the source, starting with the attribution to find out where the source comes from. Adapted excerpt from Iroquois Women in Government, written by Pierre de Charlevoix in 1721. Published in Journal of a Voyage to North America, London, 1761. Let's continue here at the headnote to find out more details about where the source comes from. Pierre de Charlevoix, 1682 to 1761, was a Jesuit Catholic priest from France who traveled from Canada to the Gulf of Mexico. The Jesuits believed they should try to influence other people's religious beliefs in North America. This comes from a letter he wrote to an unidentified woman in 1721. In the letter, he describes the leadership roles of Iroquoian-speaking Huron women. Okay, now let's read the source itself. Let's read what Pierre de Charlevoix wrote. It must be agreed, madam, that the nearer we view our Indians, the more good qualities we discover in them. We discover nothing of the barbarian, which means savage. Amongst the Hurons, the role of chief is inherited through the woman, so that at the death of a chief, it is not his own, but his sister's son who succeeds him, or his nearest relation in the female line. When there are no more relations in the female line, the noblest matron of the tribe or in the nation chooses the person she approves of most and declares him chief. In addition, each family has a right to choose a representative of its own, who is to watch for their needs. Amongst the Huron nations, the women name the counselors and often choose persons of their own sex.